I have just arrived at the Panther Creek branch of the Chattahoochee National Forest, and I'm going to be doing a quick overnight to test my tent and some other gear, and I'm also going to be doing just a little bit of hiking with a couple of friends from work. So I'm excited to just get out and have a good time, enjoy being outside, and test my knee, test my gear, and I'll try to get some video for you as I go. Alright, I'm here at the trailhead all ready to get started. There's the creek down there. From what I understand, I'll be following it for a while. Looking forward to getting out hiking. And I thought one of my buddies from work was going to arrive about the same time that I did, but she's actually come a different route that's a bit longer, so I have to meet up with her at camp. And I'm going to go ahead and get hiking, check out this trail. I am hiking pretty far above the creek at this point. You can see down there, the creek is there, and there's some nice level sites along the shores of the creek. So I'm hoping that when I get to the falls that I'll find sites that are just as nice. If not, I'll double back a bit and take advantage of one of these. But we've got 4 of us coming tonight, so I need to make sure there's room for everybody in the campsite. Get some green blazes there, and I'm heading that way. I just came down that little hill there, and I think I'm not quite 2 miles in, and there's this beautiful campsite here. Not little, big campsite right next to the creek. And I think if I get to the falls and find out there's no space there, the space is all occupied, this would be the ideal place to come back to for tonight. Really pretty area. And just across the bridge here, there's another nice campsite. Well, you can see my feet are moving fast. I have come to a nice flat section of trail, which is always fun. It's good to kind of stretch the legs and be able to move a little bit faster. It feels really good because it uses completely different muscles than you use when you're climbing or descending a hill. And from what I understand reading about this trail, it's flat for a little bit, and then you climb up to the falls and have a nice view from the top of the falls before you go down and around the other side to the base of the falls where you can swim. And it is in the 90s today. Yesterday it was up over 100 in Atlanta, so it has been wicked, wicked hot, but slightly cooler today. I think the high was supposed to be 92, but even so, sounds like good swimming weather to me. And the creek is right there. Can't wait to jump in. I have started my climb up above the creek towards the falls. It's real rocky right in here. And Rudy, of course. And there are just some cables here, kind of cable fencing to help keep folks from falling off the trail and getting hurt. I am really kind of loving this little trail, even though it's only 3.5 miles to the waterfall. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got ups and downs, rock overhangs, some creek crossings here, beautiful foliage, some hills. Not bad at all. Isn't that beautiful? Well, it's about 5:45, and I just came down from way up there somewhere, down that kind of steep climb, to this beachy area, which looks like a really nice place to tent. This is what I was looking for, and look at that. Perfect place for a swim. And I just hope that Abby, who I think is about an hour behind me, and Rebecca and Lily, who haven't left yet, or are just leaving now, will be able to find this, because it was a little bit difficult once you get to the top of the falls. It was hard to see that the trail actually from up there continues on along here beyond the falls. So hopefully they'll make it. If not, I guess they'll double back and I'll be camping alone tonight, but it'll be a lot more fun to have company. All right, well, I had a nice little swim or cooling off dip, at least at the swimming hole there. And I sat for a little bit and realized that it was going to be pretty treacherous for my friends to come down the hill on the other side of the waterfall, especially if they got here after dark. And I have not seen my friend who was supposed to be not far behind me, an hour or so. So I thought it probably was just best to double back and make sure that nobody's lost. And while I stopped at the top of the waterfall to rest and get a little snack, I heard from my two friends who were supposed to be leaving work at 5:30, and they both have to work in the morning. So they unfortunately are going to make it to join me, and hopefully I'll find my other friend here on the trail and we'll be able to find a nice little campsite and then maybe go back to the swimming hole back that way in the morning. My tent and Abby's tent. That's Abby! And Lucy is having dinner. Hi Lucy! What's for dinner, puppy?
Dog food.
Dog food, yum. And I'm about to cook. I've got something I haven't tried before. It's a good to go meal. It is Mexican quinoa bowl, so I'm going to give that a try and see how it is. So it's about 8:30 in the morning, and Abby just took off. She had quite a day yesterday and had to get back and take care of a couple things, so she hit the trail pretty early, but I don't have to be anywhere for a while, so I am enjoying the view from my hammock. Really enjoying a little hammock, and I think it actually might make the cut to go to Vermont with me, because it's so nice to be able to just sit and swing and relax for a little bit. And the tent worked out better than I expected. It was actually pretty comfortable, and even though it's tiny, I slept pretty well. I had both of the vestibule open, and it was nice and cooling. It's been so hot here in the Atlanta area lately. And of course the sound of the water was just really lovely and relaxing. So it was, all in all, a very good night. And I'm just going to continue chilling out. Maybe see if my clothes get dry. I went for a swim yesterday and my pants and my bra are wet. So maybe those will dry before I head out. And then I'm going to hit the trail again and be heading home. Well, I am back on the trail. I think I've got a mile or so in this flat section before it gets rocky and up and downy again. But it's been really a lovely little hike. Just in the right amount of miles to give my knee a good workout. Look how pretty that is. Beautiful. Anyway, yeah, good miles and good terrain for me to test my knee, test my gear, that sort of thing. I'm going to try to get some higher mile days in, if I can squeeze them in with my schedule before I head up to Vermont. I'd like to at least be able to do some 8 or 10 mile days. I'm not sure where. They may just be day hikes, but I will figure it out, keep putting the knee through its paces, and make sure that I'm in good shape, tip-top shape for this upcoming trek. I just almost stepped on this little guy. He was staying put for a minute, but now he's moving along. First snake I've seen on this trip. Come on, little guy. Move along. I'm gonna go that way, okay? Yeah, there you go, up in the woods. Well, I am back in my car. It took me just over an hour to do the 3 miles, so it was a really good pace for me. And granted, parts of that section of the trail are fairly flat, but there's also some climbing and some ups and downs. So it's what I would call a good, solid, moderate hike, and it's really beautiful. So if you're in the area and you want to do Panther Creek trails, I do highly recommend it. Oh man, it's always good trail therapy to be out and enjoy being outside, camping outside, listen to the water, listen to the nature. It's wonderful. So talk to you soon.